Washington will kick off as this one gets started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. So Illinois' offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will.
There we go. A little more space, opening up that window even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Got his man. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Booker. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Off play action on first down. Pulls it in. It's Booker.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there. He does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. It's Rice. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Has to get there to move the sticks. Breaks the tackle. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So Washington's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make the deal? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability, believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good at wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own hometown. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And they'll close it out after a good return on the interception.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better position
to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Want a little time, lets it go. Oh, he makes the play, intercepted. He's stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Got his man out of the backfield. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. The gift to the tailback. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go from the first one. An array of possibilities here. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Fires to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Works the middle.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off from this quarterback's head. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where to hawk it outside. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a seat.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe of the 48.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front he could not protect him well enough.
Washington sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. To the air, it's Bryant. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The lone back's got it. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41. The Huskies are in the hurry up. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in the team. They're loud, and I tell you what, they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game that sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Quick release by the QB. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. He'll go to work in the air on second down. Right on the money. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Quarterback keeps it. Has the first down marker and still running.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended. Turning it up! Down, but they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Got it in the middle, it's Booker. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll try to pick up this third down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on third. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for the first down. Illinois move the chains on the ground. Let's see if they run behind that big offensive line again. Now he's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. With the catch, it's Andrews. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Handoff from the gun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give on the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Illinois looking to pay things off on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And how about this guy upholding that linebacker tradition of a Shaq Thompson or a Mason Foster?
And you think about those guys that can do a little bit of everything. They can play the run and be physical, but they have the athletic ability to play in coverage. Just versatile defenders.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Absolutely. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey in the pregame. They're up by 31 over Mississippi State. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. New set of downs after the completion.
When offenses get 1st downs like this, and they move the sticks, and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And the pressure is there. Down he goes at the 18. They're trying to set up a screen. Instead, what they got was their quarterback putting paper and plastic inside.
How about the speed on defense with that rush? Getting to the QB so quickly. They're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that. Man, the old saying, speed kills. You saw it right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
As a coach, that is exactly what you want. You want complementary football. The offense has been doing their thing. This defense now stepping up, maybe trying to get the football back to their offense again.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Intercepted! First half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He's got an open man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decision, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
The Huskies want to move quickly. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB is looking for.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hands it off. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Washington. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. The best way I can think of to describe this cat, he's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance.
And so as a defense, Reese, I mean, you've got to be aware of what this guy is doing at all times. I mean, if he's not just staying in the pocket and he takes off, you've got to have bodies flying to the football and stop worrying about these wide receivers, because this guy is dangerous with his legs.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he goes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Illinois lining up quickly. Back to pass, it's Bryant. There's the pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air on first down. He'll heave it deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Deep shot for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Third quarter will get underway as soon as Illinois kicks it off. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He'll ride his man on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the grab. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if he's going to run it. That'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Bryant. That's caught. It's Andrews. And that stiff arm he's got might as well be a sledgehammer. He's got it out to the 16. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Hunt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. From the gun, the ground game. At midfield, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They're going to ride this running back.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be...
There he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Washington coming to the line with another first down. To the ground with the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. And the route is on. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over West Virginia. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Let's see what they do on third down. Back to pass, it's Bryant. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let us find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. And the returner is stopped. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The RPO, it's complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. They'll give it to the back. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. He fires a bullet to the right. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Now on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. They'll try to put points on the board with a field goal to start this 4th fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3-spot on the board. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we look really good.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Got it in the middle, it's Booker. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Scanning the field, it's Bryant. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Trying to convert, Illinois comes to the line. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Leaves it with the right back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. To the air. It's Bryant. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. What's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Across the 50-yard line on a huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the left. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They go to the ground. Turning it on! And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. It's a draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback will keep it.
And there's nothing more frustrating when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. They kick it away on 4th down. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. takes the interception, return out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap it up. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pop,